They are the heroes among us, our veterans, first responders, healthcare workers. They dedicate their lives to serving our community. But who's there to serve them when they need support? Our next guest is here to tell us about an organization doing just that. It's called Hero Services of West Michigan. And today we're joined by its founder, Jordan White. It's got a fun rodeo event coming up. Jordan, welcome back. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Let's start with why, your story, the origin of why you began this.
Well, after high school, I wound up joining the Navy for about 5 years and then got discharged, wound up moving back home. I think a lot of veterans experience some, an adjustment period that can be fairly difficult trying to get back into the normal way of life just as a civilian, now being discharged from the military. And then at that point in time, a buddy of mine told me to originally join the fire department, which wound up leading me into EMS and the rest of the first response world. So after a couple of years of doing that, I started realizing a lot of similarities between the two. There's a lot of differences, but it's kind of like a Venn diagram. You have the veterans over here, you have the first responders over here, and there's quite a bit of overlap. And then started experiencing a lot of the two different communities, again, having a lot in common, and then I developed Hero Services.
Okay. So what, that Venn diagram that you mentioned, that overlap, what's in the middle of that? What are they suffering from that they share?
So I think a lot of it is just mental health trauma. A large workload. It takes quite a special individual to be able to perform in, a military context or a first responder context. You got to have a lot of, good mental health bearing to wind up surviving in the field and that sort of thing.
Yeah, the things that those people see aren't things that typical people see. And those things can be scarring, those experiences, obviously. So this rodeo is going to help fund what you do. So let's talk about what you're doing and how you're helping those folks.
Yeah, so we have a mission statement of recognizing and providing resources to veterans and first responders, and probably our biggest resource that we try to wind up providing is our Hero Services Wellness Program. And that's a mental health program providing everything from just networking social groups between veterans and first responders all the way up to high-level TMS and ketamine therapies and everything in between. So we have a referral network from our clinical affiliate partners that are helping us with the talk therapy and getting some peer-to-peer support groups started. And then, for the more complicated, complex cases that we're assisting with the treatments for TMS and ketamine.
Okay, so this is running the gamut from minor, moderate to severe cases, things like PTSD, things like, all of the mental health issues that you're talking about right now.
Yeah, and one thing that as an organization that I like to talk about quite often is a concept that we've came up with is preliminary mental health too. So what the thought process there is to end up bringing the veterans and first responders together so they can either have a network to rely on before they wound up falling into crisis, or if they wound up falling into crisis, that they have a support group already built, and then that crisis might not hit as hard.
Yeah, it'll be mitigated, sure.
Yeah, so we can provide those social groups regardless whether they think that they need mental health assistance or not, but it's a lot of fun. We have like a hunting and fishing club, we have a cigar club, we got a softball club, all of that stuff, and we're looking to build more social clubs as well.
Which is important.
Yeah.
Because we're talking isolation is a big problem here. So having those clubs, having that societal contact is big. And can we talk about this rodeo? Because that seems like we all get to come together and have a good time right there.
So the rodeo is it's actually the finals of an entire rodeo series.
Nice.
So if you think of a championship coming out from a league, it's the bringing together the best competitors in the rodeo from a 8-event series. So it's everything from bull riding to buck and broncs to barrel racing to roping, and it's a 2-day event, Friday and Saturday, August 22nd and 23rd.
Perfect.
The rodeo will start at 7 p.m. and it's a full-scale rodeo.
That's a beautiful. I mean, we're getting shots of it right here, and I didn't realize that this is the final. So not only is it a rodeo, you're going to see some of the best rodeo out there right now, some of the top competitors. And these programs, of course, this rodeo supports the programs that you just heard about from Jordan tell you about. Hero Services Rodeo this Friday and Saturday. You want to be at the Grand Agricultural Centers of West Michigan right there in Lowell for the party. Only $8 to get in, all the way up to $20, 7 p.m.
$20 for ages 13 and above, and then $8 for children 5 to 12.
Perfect. And then 5 and 4 and under are free.
Yes.
Perfect. And it's all happening at 7. You want more information? HeroServicesOfWM.com. Get you more info. Jordan, thanks for the time this morning.
Absolutely. Thank you.
We'll be right back.